This is Stephanie, and this is the Mocha Minutes Podcast. Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I just want to let you know about something that's a little new here at the Mocha Minutes Podcast. We are now participating in Buy Me a Coffee. So if you haven't heard, buymeacoffee.com is a place where you can show some support and some love monetarily to some of your favorite content creators. That includes me. So it's in the increments of either $1, $3, or $5, and you can do as many as you would like. So I just wanted to let you guys know, would love some support. So if you would go to buymeacoffee.com/Mocha Minutes, I would greatly appreciate it. It will also be in the show notes. Okay, here we go. Now I don't have to question where you were last night, 'cause I already know what you will say. I already know you'll lie, but I can't be mad at you, 'cause there's something that you don't know. That when you're gone, I do my own thing, and I catch a bone while you're dogging me. When you're out in the club, don't think I'm not. Even when you're out making love, don't think I'm not. When you're feeling good in somebody's spot, getting hot, don't stop. Don't think I'm not, 'cause I'm out getting mine. When you're out in the club, don't think I'm not. Even when you're out making love, don't think I'm not. When you're feeling good in somebody's spot, getting hot, don't stop. Just don't think I'm not, 'cause I'm out getting mine. Hello and welcome to the Mocha Minutes Podcast. This is Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to tell y'all this need to be Robin Dixon's theme song. When you out in Georgetown, don't think I'm not. Sorry, that's rude. I am joined. Y'all know he my Kennedy.
Yes.
It's my Kennedy from Reality and Comics 2. Come on, Newt. Come on, promo. Come on, big time. Let's go.
Oh, hi, my friend.
Oh my gosh, Kendrick the Tucker.
Thank you for I love being here. I love
when I love when you come through.
We have to talk about the things. Yes, we always have to talk about the things. So yes.
Woo! I'm so glad you are here, because I had a whole agenda of us talking about one thing, and then because again, Kendrick does reality and comics too. So he does comics, and there's some big name comics, mostly DC and Marvel. And it seems like DC they're leading men. They special. They so special. And here it is. It's the end of January, and sometime in March, Shazam 2 is coming out. And so before that, we've had the Ezra Miller, Lord have mercy.
Child. I wish I would see that shit in theaters.
Black Adam, which
Child.
I love looking at Dwayne and all of his muscles and his broad shoulders and the tat. Black Adam was literally what I've been trying to say Aquaman was. It had a lot of shit going on. What the fuck? Oh, girl, what is this movie about?
Yeah.
What is this? No, shut up. Oh, Charmaine, I'm gonna be quiet. Charmaine, I'm gonna be quiet, because I'm like, I did not ask for my 2 hours back like I did with WW84. Gal Gadot is another one. Girl, what the hell? So now we can add Zachary Levi. I'm sorry. Zachary Pugh. Levi is his middle name, not his last name. And there are people who are alleging he did that to sound a little bit more, quote unquote, Jewish.
I know you lying.
I was like, I was like, yeah, because his last name is Pugh.
Like Florence.
Yes.
Oh.
Who seems very lovely.
Yes.
So Zachary Levi, who likes to be very vocal on the social medias. He likes to get into the things. So somebody by the name of Lyndon Wood, who are these wild ass white people? Had tweeted out, "Do you agree or not that Pfizer is a real danger to the world?" He said, "Hardcore agree," which is funny to your girl. He's like, because at this time, Pfizer is one of the makers of the vaccine for COVID. So that's where everybody's mind went. And then people who have been literally, and then he followed up just one example of what I'm referring to. And he decided to Google a link from 2009. We are in 2023.
I know you lying.
About a fraud case brought from the Department of Justice to Pfizer. Now, sir, we are in the age of COVID. We're in a cage of like vaccines, and I think they're probably going to come out with another booster in the next few years. I'm sorry, few months. No one is thinking about something from 2009.
We try to survive now, child.
It's like, girl, what the hell? So the thing about it is, then the things started coming out. Ooh. Because apparently a few years ago, he was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
That's never a good place to be, but okay.
So, stop. He was on there. I'm sorry, I have the clip for y'all. If y'all have not seen it, I have the clip. Fun to someone. Because this came out as a cool tweet because someone said, while everyone is dragging Zachary Levi for this, which was his hardcore Pfizer tweet, don't forget he was just one Rogan's show. He said one, he meant on. He was just on Rogan's show admiring a transphobe and didn't say a word when Rogan misgendered Elliot Page. He is scum. And I'm like, ooh, scum. Gasp.
Ooh, not the people have turned, child.
Not scum. It's like, oh. It's like, well, hold on. Let me share the sound. That is hilarious to your girl. All right. So
I think one of the deepest thinkers that I've ever heard break down like human behavior and I don't know, just an understanding of all that stuff, and I think good wisdom along with it is Jordan Peterson. I think he would be a person that I would trust. I think that guy has a lot of integrity, and then, so that would be somebody too. But I also know Jordan has his own things that people have issues with. Like, I get it. Nobody's perfect. We're not going to find.
He's kicked off Twitter right now because he said something about Ellen Page, Elliot Page, called her Ellen Page. Like, I think that was the number one thing, the dead naming.
Yeah. And it's sad, man, because again, like, there's a lot of fear and pain and all the sides of all that too.
My friend Brian Simpson had a very good thing to say about that. He was like, I come to you for like heavy duty intellectual shit. He goes, not for this.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's like, this is not
totally. Yeah, this is like, Jordan, don't.
About.
Yeah. You don't need to get into all that. I mean, look, it's his life, it's his Twitter, or was his Twitter anyway.
But that thing is like, that transgender thing riles people up, man. That is one of the ones that riles people up. Like, everybody's in favor of everybody doing whatever they want to do as long as it doesn't hurt anybody until it gets to gender. And then people start getting weird. They start thinking it's a mistake. They start thinking, why are you doing that? They start thinking all kinds of things.
Yeah, so that is Zachary Levi on Joseph Rogan. I'm sorry, that's Zachary Pugh on Joseph Rogan's show. Yeah, Jordan Peterson.
Wait a minute, did you just correct and say Zachary Pugh?
Yes, I did. I'm just sick of, you know what, Mr. Pugh. See, here's the thing about Zach. So he was on my radar a few years ago when it came to the whole Me Too and friend zoning thing. And when people were trying to explain to him, it's like, he's never wrong. It's like, oh, that's your opinion, but you're wrong. I'm like, no, it's kind of dangerous for you to just go, girls didn't like me in high school. They all friend zoned me. girls that you are attracted to are not required to fuck you, Zachary, or entertain you. And I think that is the danger when women talk about, sometimes I can't have men friends because they're not really trying to be my friend. They're trying to wear me down like they Steve Urkel. So it's like, exactly. I'm like, girl, I've been leaving your conventionally handsome ass alone because I enjoyed Shazam. It's the best DC Universe movie. I said what I said. So I've been trying to leave you alone. And the thing about it is like, girl, just say you don't want to work. You want to sit there and just like, why can't I say what I want? Because what you're saying is some bullshit, Mister. I said what I said.
Come on, Candy.
It's come like, on, Candy. Well, what you said is some bullshit. And we've been saying that. I don't understand. And I'm not exactly sure why anybody asked James Gunn, of all people, what he thinks. It's like, now, why are we asking this person? Why are we asking him? It's like, God, why are you asking that? Yeah, this is literally the last person to ask about, what do you think about what happened with Zachary Pugh? I don't think you should ask James Gunn, but yet y'all did.
Yeah.
So he said, actors and filmmakers that I work with are going to say things that I agree with and things that I don't agree with. And that's going to happen. I don't have a list of things that somebody should say because of what I think. And you know, I can't be changing my plans, girl, what? All the time because an actor says something that I don't agree with. By the same token, if somebody's doing something morally reprehensible, then that's a different story. We have to take all that stuff into account. It's a balance. It's a modern world, and it's a different place. That is very milquetoast. Like, I mean, they can say what they want. I'm like, if it's egregious, I would say something. But so apparently, what Zachary Levi said, hardcore agree, is not, according to James Gunn, morally reprehensible. Okay. But again, why the fuck are you asking James Gunn?
Yeah, then we, get fired and then rehired because of some
about
super
controversial jokes.
Yeah.
Because it's like, sir, these aren't fucking jokes. And literally, I'm like, why are y'all asking, excuse me, white men who have done terrible shit to like talk about terrible shit mediocre white men have done? Oops.
Who asked for this? This is what I want to know.
It's like, the thing about it is, by all accounts, I really wish Zachary Pugh would shut the fuck up. It's like, baby, I implore you, because now all of a sudden he quiet. I'm surprised he ain't do no live yet. Let me get in here and give my live and tell you what I have to do. If you have to give me a 45-minute Instagram live of what the fuck your tweet said, you are failing at communication. I don't need you to give me a 45-minute answer why you said this shit. One, you had 280 characters. You wrote hardcore agree.
Yep.
You have more. You had more letters and characters you could have used. You could have easily expressed yourself. If you're talking about the thing about them being frauds, or like Pfizer is dangerous. I'm like, not the vaccine, because the vaccine is getting to people, but yeah, that scandal they had in 2009, that's where I agree. Do you know how honestly that would have sounded a whole lot different?
Right.
I was like, sir, Mr.
If you gotta do a whole damn live, that means you either too damn ambiguous or you trying to backtrack now. Because so which one is it?
Right, because I'm surprised he ain't done it yet. It's like, yeah, somebody probably like, no, sit down. Do not get back on this damn internet. No. It's like, that's the thing. It's like,
y'all too late now.
I hope y'all, whoever y'all PR people are, I hope you like, let me just slide you like a bonus, because you're gonna be working a little bit harder for the rest up until March, when this DC movie comes at least, because child, yeah, it was like DC. It's like, forget not greenlighting Black Adam 2. You shouldn't. Forget not, because James Gunn said it wasn't that Henry Cavill was fired; he just was not hired. I'm like, sir, what the hell?
Like now you playing. You're not just playing an offense. You playing in that man's face.
What are you talking talking about?
That man made a whole ass announcement. What's happening?
Didn't we have like two? Did we have one Superman movie or two? No, it was one, and then Justice.
Man of Steel. Yeah.
Man of Steel. I'm sitting here like, but wasn't he hired as Superman and he had a contract and a certain amount of? No, it's not like Marvel. No.
Where do you get locked down to 8 movies?
Right. It's me. It's like, and right on the curb is they going to be allegedly bringing back Mr. Downey. Sure. What the hell? What is happening?
Who knows?
I'm the hater. I watch YouTube reality shows, and this guy named Jamal, he was getting into an argument, and the guy said, "You're a hater," and he went, "Me? I'm the hater." Then he started contorting his body. I swear, I love it. It's like, yeah, I'm the hater.
I'm the hater too. Shit. Because I hate most of this. I read that slate that they announced, and I'm like, yeah, I hate all of this.
Okay, can you just give me Blade? Give me Blade.
Right.
I'm like, the thing about it is like, no one asked for Black Adam except for Dwayne Johnson, which everybody knows me. You know me. I do not require Dwayne Johnson movies to make sense because I really don't care. I just want to look at them. Because if you want to ask, I'm like, Black Adam is not the top of my rock movies that said, what the fuck is this? That spot goes to the Scorpion King.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, hold up. How did he go from I am giving my soul to Anubis and becoming a giant scorpion before it's like, hello, let's live by the water. Let's fight and kiss awkwardly people who are psychics into this. I'm like, girl, what the hell? This is like the wildest rebrand ever of a villain.
You know what my favorite, y'all take this how you will, it might be shade, it might not be. You know what my favorite rock movie is?
What?
Moana.
But that is cute. I like that one.
I'm saying, you know, my cousin makes me watch it all the time. I can do some Moana.
I love Moana, but mine is Jumanji because I went into it like, this is Robin Williams' thing and how dare you. And then I was like, oh, good. They didn't try to remake exactly. Okay, so this is different. And I liked the turn. And I thought he was cute in the movie. Jack Black always stands out to me, but that's neither here nor there.
You know what? During my little health scare when I was in the hospital, I was there for 2 weeks. I had to, find my pick of movies. I was like, okay, what I'm gonna watch today?
Come on, pick of movies.
They didn't have the first Jumanji, so I only got to watch the second one, and that really tainted me. So I didn't like the second one, but I was like, I have to go back and watch the first one because I feel like that's the one people loved. So I need to go back and watch that one. So I still haven't watched it, but at some point, I'm gonna make my way back to it, and I'm gonna watch it. I think it's on Disney Plus, so I think I'm gonna watch it
because I think both of them are on there.
Right? I
thought so. Okay. Yeah, it's like, I think so.
Right. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. So the main event, the reason why we're here, we were already going to talk about Potomac, and then the interneted, and people who have podcasts and paywalls decided to let the chopper spray. So if you are like us, we like the Housewives of Potomac.
Yes.
I'm a Marylander. Yes. Most notably, I'm from Baltimore. Who else is from Baltimore is Robin Dixon and Juan Dixon.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about this.
Some Terps.
Well,
the Terps.
Oh my gosh, girl. I'm a Dunbar poet pride. Let me say this, y'all. Robin Dixon is 43. I am 41. So essentially, we are peers. So let me just say that as someone who did not keep their ear to the ground to the shooty hoops, I knew the name Juan Dixon. Everybody knew who the fuck Juan Dixon was. So since high school, college, NBA, everybody knew who that nigga was. So if you think that he just started cheating on Robin when they got married and he was in the NBA, I have a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you.
Lord.
Everybody know about Juan Dixon. That don't make him good or bad. That just means he's not faithful. We all kind of knew that. And you know who probably knows that? Robin Dixon. and she probably to a certain extent don't care, because I have a feeling in between them meeting at 15, 16 years old until like she's 43, I think he 42 or 44. I can't remember if he's older or younger. If you don't think that Robin Dixon got her lick back,
okay,
I have a bridge in the Bronx to sell you. So this came.
He's older.
He is older. Okay,
about 1 year, just 1 year.
That's what I thought. It's only a year difference, and I couldn't remember who was older. That kind of makes sense. So on the show, the Grand Dame of Delusion decided to say that there's a rumor. She said it to Ashley. She knew what the fuck she was doing. She decided to say it to Ashley that there's a rumor like one has been seen out in Georgetown, which is in DC, which is not that far from Potomac, Maryland, or Bethesda, Maryland, wherever the fuck she lives, with a blonde woman that looks like her. Girl, what? And he just walking around, skipping, going on like nice little cozy dates where they're eating like, tapas or something. I don't know what the fuck she was alluding to. So she said that, and then Ron was like, girl, what the hell are you talking about? So yeah. So then there was this TikTok that was going around the social medias where this man said that a person came into his DMs and allegedly told him, like, yeah, I was messing around with Juan. She produced a hotel folio with his name on it. I don't know why she had it, but that's neither here nor there. And so then, she was like, we did this. I corresponded with him, this, that, and the third. She didn't tell us what his dick looked like. She didn't say if it curved to the left or to the right. She didn't tell us nothing about how big it or thick or thin it was. She didn't say none of that shit. She didn't say if he had any moles on his stomach. She didn't say none of the shit. She just said, I got a hotel folio. And everybody's like, yep. See, Karen was right. She's not. Then Robin and Giselle, who have a podcast called Reasonable Shady, which is very entertaining, by the way. It is. It's very fun.
I love it.
Their dynamic is very cute, and they work well with each other. They just do. It's just like you see people like I know people don't necessarily like the Green Eyed Bandit because they like calling them Green Eyed Bandits, but their chemistry with each other is actually good chemistry. It always has been. Right?
I'm the third Green Eyed Bandit, so I like them.
Wait, you might be the fourth because the third one is Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Mia.
No, I was going to say Smokey Robinson. Let me tell you something. He got a new album out. And let me tell you something. He is coming for our aunties and great aunties and memas and mamas and mine panties. Him and that, he is the Green Eyed Bandit. I looked at this. I'm like, girl, what? What do you mean Smokey Robinson got to do that? He is like, excuse me, you don't need those panties. Give them to me. See, that's how
GTD?
GTD?
Not Smokey got the draws. I know that's right.
It's like Smokey he gonna tear some lady walls down. He's like, I know they might not be they might be a loose, but I will get up in them guts. Like, ooh.
They said we've never seen Smokey Robinson and Tiny in the same place. I wonder who the real third Green Eyed Bandit is then. So I'm gonna investigate that.
I'm adding other people that's not even on the show. It's Ashley, child. I know she ain't got no green eyes, y'all, but she a bandit nonetheless. So
indeed,
Robin decided to discuss on the Patreon about what happened. Let's see. Okay, so there is sound. I thought there was. Okay, so hold please for everybody who's not heard it.
I was aware of the situation. First of all, I was aware of the situation before we filmed season 7.
Right.
And because this young lady was so pressed to tell me and to tell you, Giselle,
yes,
I assume she told the whole cast.
Right, because she DM'd me.
Right. So all of season 7, I'm just like waiting for somebody to bring it up.
Because Karen is good for thinking she got some tea,
right? Or anybody. I mean, that's our life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready for it. I'm waiting for it. And so when we're in Mexico, and Ashley tells me that Karen, was talking about us, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is it,
right?
And she talks about some blonde holding hand, him holding hands with a blonde in Georgetown and looks like Karen. I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Right. Whew. So that was, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation and I expected to talk about it on season 7.
Right.
Now, the situation when it was presented to me was handled, was discussed. Mm-hmm. It was handled. It was something we had to work through, you know. It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Oh, yeah. No.
However, there are a lot of things that need to be cleared up with what's being said with what allegedly happened, which did not.
Okay. So that's part of it. So apparently she actually does go a little bit more into what actually happened. So that's the funny part about all of this is okay. I watched so many people say that Karen was right. She wasn't.
Child.
She wasn't.
We're conflating issues. I don't understand what the correlation is between it, because we're talking about an entirely separate instance, right?
Mm-hmm. She is not addressing what happened on the show. She's addressing that TikTok because that is what she is talking about. Mm-hmm. She is not paying Karen and her wig and her loveless sexless marriage any heed. She is talking about the fact that this thing, and I think it is because now there have been like accusations of rumors and allegations about Robin and Juan since literally the first damn season.
Yes.
So the thing about this is like, yeah, but there was nobody who had physical receipts before, and now she got to talk about it because it's hot. But a part of me is just like, I think it is kind of boss that you are making people pay to hear this story because you put this shit behind a paywall.
Mm-hmm.
Because then people who want to pay $5 to listen to your Patreon to hear you talk about this is like, oh, I want to hear the whole story. Because the people who have listened to the whole episode said, yeah, that's not what she said. She said this. There are people who had like put a few clips out. There are people who put out a whole transcript of what the fuck happened. So she didn't say that Juan cheated on her. So that was the first thing. She didn't say that.
Right.
It's like he's an idiot for even entertaining her, because she did bring up why his name was on the folio, which if you've ever rented a hotel, I've never rented a hotel room for somebody else, but from what I have heard, if
I'm in the industry, ask me. I'm on the corporate side of things, but I know.
Answer this question. She said he just rented the room for her. Even if somebody pays for another room, wouldn't you put the room occupant's name on the folio?
Yeah, so you have the option. You can add them, because I know a lot of times, like when I get a good discount. Don't y'all be trying to ask for it now. Okay. So I get a discount. So, my sister sometimes, instead of using a family and friends, she tries to get it in on mine. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll get it for you. I go up there, I check in, and then they like, is there another guest or something like that? Absolutely, put her name down, because I'm not coming back up here. So yes, you can put her name down, or you can go on about your business. Yes.
Okay. Because I think that was the thing where it's like, this is not making sense to me. And again, it was very much like, this is not making sense to me. Like, geez, Louise. So it's like, notwithstanding, the thing that I am starting to get kind of annoyed by is that just like on Potomac, it's two sides of wrong when it comes to this fandom, our fandom. There's a lot of wrong, two sides of wrong, or just conflating in semantics and I don't like this person, so guess what? This is what's going to happen. Here's the thing. And again, everybody who knows me, I'm in the Dixon district. I took a leave of absence a few weeks ago because I'm like, I can't do this. I'm disengaging. I disengaged from the hashtag on Twitter for a very good reason. And now I feel like I'm going to disengage from this franchise just for a little bit, because this is starting to get on my nerves. This is very Beverly Hills, and I don't like that. It's upsetting me, my homegirl, my homeboy, and our dog. We do not like this. We will not
reality TV. You know what I'm realizing? Reality TV, it feels like a lot of people are like actively trying to make it not fun, and I'm like, I use it for the fact that it's fun, and I feel like the reason supposed to be fun. The reason why I love the OWN network shows so much is because I feel like I don't follow like a ton of accounts and like get into the nastiness, the nitty gritty. So like I literally watch them, laugh my ass off, get my life with the drama, and then I go on about my business. And I'm starting to do that with my Bravo shows too, because you see me, I get on social media, I post my memes, and I leave. Okay, I leave. Child. I'm not about to do this with y'all.
I'm like, I can't do it.
Two shows that I won't do it with. I won't do it with you Potomac fans, and I won't do it with you New Jersey fans, because y'all are a different breed.
Lord have mercy.
And I got things to do.
Started, y'all.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the thing. It's like, did it clear anything up about the clip? Like the TikToks? Yeah, maybe. Not really. Me, it's kind of like I'm sitting here like, girl, I don't care. Because here's the thing. All 4 of the OGs of this franchise, they all do the same thing.
Yes.
They don't ever want to talk about their shit, but they would love to talk about your shit. I'm only lumping it. Robin don't present anybody's tea on Front Street. She'll talk about it with you, like, oh, I heard that. I ain't say nothing. It's like there's a lot of stuff. I think it's very interesting. I'm gonna say Robin is not exempt, but she's not as bad as the other 3. Because Robin be like, oh yeah, I heard that years ago. And you're like, wait, you didn't say anything? No, because she's like, that's not her. It's like, oh, that girl, people tell me shit. It's like, people tell me shit all the time. I just don't tell anybody else. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
So here's the thing that gets me about Robin saying, I was wondering somebody bring it up. Sweetheart, hi. The person that would have brought it up is your co-host on the podcast. There's no way in hell, or Ashley. So one of them is your friend. The other one is scared you're going to beat her ass. Ashley, what Ashley said to Robin, Karen, you know how Robin get. Yeah, that's why you ain't going to fucking cross her. Right. That's why you do not. You remember when she was going to use your forehead to mop the floor of your kangaroo meat restaurant.
Yes. Popped up over the river and through the woods.
So if you, and she was like, oh, I was waiting for somebody to bring it up. And it was like, girl. On one hand, valid. It's like that's valid. Because and then you're like, why would you wait for somebody else? Like, please name a housewife that literally walked in. Hey, hi, this is the shit that you heard about me. Girl, there's a rumor going on about it. Let me just address it. Please name me at least one.
Right.
You will not find anyone.
You know what's really weird to me too? The fans, they always respond with everything how I expect them to, so that's not shocking. But when Chris and Candace responded, I couldn't tell if they were aiming at Robin or at everybody else. Because I couldn't tell, because I was like, well, I thought Robin was the one defending y'all, saying that she didn't think any of this was true. So they didn't put a name on it, so it made me think that, like, I didn't know if they were aiming at her. And I know that Candace and Robin love each other, right? So I don't know. I don't know where this is. This is weird. I hope they don't let I hope the network doesn't let the fans start casting a show. You know how I feel about that. I'm just like, no, if it's working, let it keep working. Don't fall into the fire this person hype, because every season we fire everybody on the cast and it's too much. We don't need to fire nobody. We're fine.
We don't. I just it's like so the thing about it is, it's like, I hear it. It's like, we get it. Y'all don't like Robin. You don't like Giselle. And because she is in proximity to Giselle, she's going to catch a lot of strays. It's funny to me, it's always going to be funny to me, that Ashley don't catch more strays because of Giselle. It has always kind of drove me like, no, wait a minute, hold up. Because I've said, one, Giselle and Karen are very, very much alike, and nobody gives that credit. The other thing is, the messy duo on here is not Giselle and Robin, it's Giselle and Ashley. The first 2 seasons, they were not working together, and it still was a whole lot of mess coming from all sides. Then they jumped cool season 3, and all of a sudden you realize
Unison
playing in this shit. Yes, they did that shit with Wendy. I watched them do it. It's like, yeah, because homegirl, it's like as much as like, well, she was talking to Robin about it. Yeah, but one, that was edited, and two, who was she sitting at the table talking about Wendy with? Ashley. That is her messy counterpart. That's her messy tether. Okay, they're each other's messy tether. I'm so sorry, and that is not me just saying it from the Dixon district. I am saying,
yep.
Look, it's like watching raptors. Raptors hunt in packs. The raptor that you're like, you are the person with the gun. The raptor looking at you at the front is Giselle. One attacking you from the side is Ashley. Clever girl.
Yep.
Clever.
Yep.
The thing about it's like, girl, y'all not seeing this because one, Karen had to know. Why would you say this in front of Robin? It's like it's bad enough Karen be bad mouthing Sharice in front of Ashley and Giselle. Why the hell would you do that? Those are her two friends. You stupid. Of course she told you. It's like you can pinpoint Giselle. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Ashley told her too.
Yes.
Y'all like to give very loose lips in front of her. But all of them do the same thing when it comes to their own business. Look over there.
Yeah.
So here's the other part of it. Candace Dillard Bassett.
Okay.
Put out a whole tweet thread.
Sure.
That she should have put out. Because if you remember at the beginning, because season finale is this upcoming Sunday.
Yes.
The beginning of this season, we were talking about Chris and either his wandering hands or his wandering Twitter fingers or his wandering DMs. That was put on Front Street by Giselle and Ashley. They could not help themselves and trying to damage Chris' reputation. And because you're a Potomac fan, Kendrick, you know it made me high key laugh when Ray said to Chris, "You should apologize to Giselle." I know Raymond did not just say that.
Not Uncle Ben. I know you lying.
Now wait a minute, hold up, Raymond. Andrew said, "Do you think you owe Giselle an apology?" You said no. Karen called her a broken whore with a hot box that went to Sing Sing last season. And Karen said, and I quote, "I am not apologizing for that." Y'all are the last people I want to hear about decorum from.
Right.
You're the last.
That ain't it, sis. That ain't
You're
it.
the last. You shouldn't. See, I was right. No, you won't, Karen. Shut up. However, Candace Dillard Bassett said, "Wow, a thread. Our bosses, Andy don't work for Bravo. Favorite clap back when we're playing coy about certain aspects of our lives is you're on a reality show about your life. There is an expectation that doing no harm, we show up to this platform as our authentic selves. And while we quote unquote reserve the right to be judicious about what we share, there is a special brand of audacity attached to individuals who will knowingly bury the lead in exchange for damning and salacious lies that stand to cause irreparable harm to innocent people. It tarnishes the integrity of the premise of our show. It tap dances on the intelligence of the viewership that champion our stories and discover their own parallels in our lives. And when it's not that deep, it simply occludes amusement." Somebody got NBA. "It's not entertaining. Okay. It's not interesting. It's whack. Why be open or genuine or authentic when the least of us can rob our viewers of the truth and continually be rewarded for it? What are we doing? And a better question, what are y'all watching?"
Okay, girl.
So here's the thing. As somebody, we are people who have been watching reality, most notably on Bravo, for a very long time. Candace ain't wrong in this. So when I think about the people who are the most authentic on this show, it is not the people who started on this show. To a certain extent, it is Robin, because like the whole nickname Juan's roommate, that's a nickname that people gave because Robin told you.
Right.
To an extent, she did kind of tell you, it's like, okay, girl, and then people made fun of her for it. So it's like, after all, she's like, girl,
always.
So it's kind of like, if she came in the door with y'all making fun of her because Ashley, on her own volition, no one told her to do this, decided to go and do a background check on her, like, girl, who are you to do a background check on anybody? about
bank
her
accounts
finances.
and everything.
Like
Yeah.
nobody said anything. I'm like, why am I feel like I'm the only one who remembers when Ashley flat out said I got Google alerts for everybody on my show. It was like, time out. Why you got a Google alert for everybody?
Yes.
She got a Google. First of all, I'm like, I still have never put a Google alert on nobody. But the fact that she got it for her whole cast is actually kind of interesting to me. I'm like,
Hilare. Kind of Hilare.
It's like, it is kind of Hilare is the name of the show. Kind of Hilare. So, I'm like, she's been off, but the people as of late who have been authentically themselves are the darker skinned people on this show.
Ooh.
It's Wendy and Candace. Mia.
Well, you know Mia go lie. Mia go lie about anything.
Mia's not. It's like the thing. If you ask her a question, she gonna answer it, but also she be lying, y'all.
Right.
She be bald faced.
She's the most truthful liar I think we've ever seen on TV.
Liar I know.
Yes.
Can't like Robin. Karen can't even boast that.
Right.
So I'm sitting here like, this is going to be ridiculous because one, now people are adding in the cop in case that people did not read that 15-page draft about that talks about the actual lawsuit, and the actual reason why that boy actually came forward to Juan is because that assistant coach actually put those videos out on the internet, and Juan said, come in here and say, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
The thing about it is that assistant coach had never put out those videos. That boy would have never told Juan Dixon. He would have never said anything. That is the part that people are missing. The first thing he said was like, it was because of drug use. That is what he told. And his parents like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're going to talk to the coach. No. Yeah, it's kind of like, you could have just said, I just don't want to do it anymore. But now you're like, you said something that's going to prick your parents. Like, wait a minute, what do you mean drug use?
Right.
Drugs? I don't smoke cocaine.
I don't even do hookah, my love.
It's like, sir, why would you do that? So now you bring up the cop in case. I'm like, this is how I know y'all didn't read it. But also the TikToks don't help, where it's like it's conflating and like, so you're missing that part. Let me just tell you, this is a man who presents himself as straight. The man also had ideations of unaliving himself because of what that assistant coach did to him. He would have never said anything if that assistant coach didn't put those videos and those pictures out. Just know that he would have never said anything. He would have took that to his grave, and hopefully it was not closer to his like age, because still that boy's only like 21, 20. He's younger than 25. This man,
if y'all know anything about the statistics, you know that nobody is running to tell any of that.
Absolutely not. If you've always presented as straight, you're also playing a sport. So even if you were in the closet, which he wasn't,
right?
He ain't saying shit. He was never going to say anything.
No,
that assistant coach called his bluff, and I'm like, bad idea. So it's like that's why he went to Juan. Y'all could actually do the timeline, but that's not what this is about.
Right.
The thing about it is, it's like there's fallacy on all sides of this coin. Robin, I get it. No one brings their own tea to the table. Not one housewife. Not one. But yeah, name one. You know what? I don't know about the international franchises because they are quote unquote not part of it. I don't think anybody, like nobody brings that kind of tea. Oh yeah, by the way, my husband is Chima. None of them do that. Nobody.
No. Why would they?
It's like, yeah, no. It's like, hello, we would have never known about Ray Ray's taxes if he wasn't in the Washington Post. Karen did not even tell y'all she was moving. Y'all were spending all this time with her in France. She ain't say shit. And she's like, okay, see y'all later. And it's like, wait, where the hell is Karen? She moved. She ain't said nothing? No, she didn't.
Right. She didn't tell you?
So
no.
Karen is like the last person to say, y'all don't tell anybody. I'm like, girl, they are your coworkers. They're not your friends. Y'all not friends.
Say that again.
We get it, y'all coworkers. I'm like, this is not fun anymore. And it should be fun.
Which is why it's so weird to me that Karen is always the one inquiring about Robin's wedding, because it's like, you don't even like this girl.
Like Robin, and you think the shit is fake.
Exactly. It's weird.
Y'all did this whole thing. Show Robin I'm making money. Bitch, ain't you blocked though?
Right.
Did you block her? She blocked you. Y'all not friends. Why the fuck would she care? That's why I was like, why do you think she don't want to have nothing to do with you? But the thing about it is, Karen, you're the same way with Robin. Don't you be asking about my life because Juan is cheating on you. Girl, you fucking dude named Blue Eyes, allegedly.
Right.
Ray don't
now
know if he loves you. I guess. He's like, I guess I love her. What you mean? Ma'am, sir, Karen, your marriage, that's the institution, sounds like it's the institution with a conjugal visit law.
Yeah.
Sounds like everybody can conjugally visit that institution. That's what it's allegedly giving.
Yeah.
Which is fine. If that's what you want to do, girl, we don't care.
Right. But don't judge others for it.
It's like we don't care because let's be very clear. It's like people, I say that when it comes to this show, Ashley's a self-drag. But let's be very clear. If there was no suit, if there was no blogs about her and Mickey Darby, y'all would never know about it.
Right.
Nobody is going to do this. I'm like, girl, nobody brings their own tea forward.
Right.
It's like, even with not really, I don't even want to, I'm like, not even really Giselle, because she said Jamal Brown's a cheater, pumpkin eater. Girl, she ain't present nothing we ain't know. We knew that. That's why I wanted to watch the fucking show. Jamal Brown's ex-wife is on this show. Oh,
right.
Mess. So there's that. I just, I'm like, the thing about this is like, I'm not surprised by any of this from Juan or Robin, but I'm also not surprised about people who said, how dare you attack my marriage, reveling in Robin's ship being attacked. If you're like, I don't want somebody to do it to me, I can't condone it and I won't be happy about it. The only people who really, I'm gonna give you a little credence and be like, girl, I'm sorry, I'd rake you over the coals. Chris and Candace Dillard Bassett.
Yep.
Chris got every right to lay y'all out. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. This started right before season 7. You were waiting for somebody to bring it up. The two messy people that would have brought it up are your friends. They were never going to bring it up. But I think to give her a flower petal of grace, she probably thought that Karen would have brought that shit up. But Karen brought up something about Georgetown. Girl, that sounds stupid. Also, shut up. It was like, Karen, man, this is the same. See, this is what happens when you are somebody who makes up stupid excuses. When Andy flat out asked, why don't you like Giselle? It's because she was deaf on my husband. I'm like, Karen, what?
Girl.
What are you, Karen, what the fuck are you talking about? Karen!
It's the delusion.
It's literally like so many things you could say, and that was that. And then when it came to Charisse, oh, it's because she spoke about my mother's funeral. You ain't like that bitch before that. No, what is it?
And he didn't say nothing while she was there either. So, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, why don't you like her? Just say, but don't get on your YouTube months after you finish filming. I don't fuck with her because I don't fuck with her. Bitch, what the fuck? You ain't said that shit to her face.
Right.
But you say that to her face. But also, Karen, I can't stand anybody talking to you. See, here go the text that I sent to Charisse. Time out, homie. Time out. I don't fuck with her. I don't like her. Why the fuck are you keeping a text from 2018?
Right.
And you don't like her. See,
it's giving weird.
Their dynamics is weird. And the thing about it is, none of y'all, outside of Candace and Wendy and Mia, Lord Jesus, not really. But Candace and Wendy, y'all literally give half truths and full lies. It's like, girl, what? I don't care if Juan is going to go find somebody in the Holiday Inn. I hope he used a coupon code. Right. Here's the thing. Robin ain't leaving his ass.
No.
Because the thing about it is, like, this is where reality meets reality TV. Everybody knows a fucking Robin Dixon. Everybody has, maybe I'm just like, because we black. Everybody got that one friend who's in that relationship with this terrible partner, because this is not just for women and men. Let me just be very clear. There's some men that's like, why the fuck are you still with her? So it's like everybody got that one friend that got a terrible partner or significant other, however you want to frame them. And they're like, girl, let me not say nothing because it don't matter. Like, why ain't telling them? It don't matter what I'm going to say. They going to stay together. What the fuck? And then I'm going to miss out on the baby shower meatballs that she be making every Saturday.
Because you know they go be good. And
sorry, please. Please. It's like, what you want? I'm like,
the thick ones.
Wait a minute. Come on. It's like, can I come to the baby shower? What? I just want the meatballs. There ain't no meatballs here. Girl, I'm out.
Right. Like the girl who was that on Basketball Wives said, I just want me some out of wedlock baby shower food today.
Okay. I was like, now I know that sounds shady, y'all, but the food do be hitting at that baby shower. I don't know why y'all acting like she wrong. Because she not. The hell do. This is not. So I think people are like, oh my God, we're being cheated because why didn't this come up on the season? Because her friend is the messiest person on the show and she ain't bring that shit up.
Right.
But also, to be fair to Bravo, when Gigi wanted to bring that shit to production about Monique, they said no. Mm-hmm. It was for the season 4 reunion. Mm-hmm. They didn't let it happen. It didn't come up. So on one hand, I agree with some of the people who are saying, like, wait a minute, hold up. Why y'all not letting us see it? I'm like, I don't know if y'all remember this. The Reed from the Beverly Hills Housewives was chased around a pool. Notice, and they were filming. Notice this never came out on the show.
Nope.
There's a lot of stuff about Lisa Rinna, as much as she talked, that did not come out. Mm-hmm. To a certain extent,
we didn't talk about her kids' TikToks and all like that. We didn't talk about none of that.
We ain't talking about none of that. There's a lot of shit with now Joe Gorga, Melissa Gorga, Teresa Giudice, that man she married, Louis. There's a lot of shit that did not come up. It was like maybe a quick 15 seconds on a reunion and we ain't never see that shit. Nope. There's a lot of stuff that all these housewives happens during filming that don't necessarily come up.
Right.
But also let's talk about the Kenya Moore rule. You film your whole life with us and then decide on the off season to get married after you spent years talking about I want like a consistent dick appointment. Yet that Hathaway got married. Yeah, you can go. Thank you for your services. They brought her ass back for obvious reasons. But yeah, I don't want Robert Dixon falling into the Kenya, like literally having to be like ceremoniously removed because of the Kenya Moore rule.
Right.
That I've just named it Kenya Moore. Because I'm like, yeah, what you're not gonna do. So there's an Adrian Malouf rule, which is if you do not come to the reunion, you're fired.
Bye-bye.
You're not coming back next season. The only person who usurped that rule was Jacqueline and Rita, is because they were filming the other season while the reunion was being aired, which is like, girl, what the hell? So they had no problem with Jacqueline like not coming. It's like, yeah, they're in the middle of filming the next season while y'all doing a reunion for the previous season. Yeah. So there's an Adrian Malouf rule. There's a Kenya Moore rule. I don't want Robin to succumb to the Kenya Moore rule, because girl, if y'all gonna sit here and say there's a lot of stuff that could have been her storyline, y'all made a genie wish with a Jin when it comes to Robin. I want Robin activated. No, y'all needed to be a little bit more specific.
Right.
Because
she's been activated all season.
And it's like literally, the stuff that y'all make fun of Robin about is because of the stuff she told you.
Right.
Why would she give y'all more ammunition? Why would she give you more bullets to shoot her with?
Right.
To a certain extent, I understand it. I don't agree, but I don't need to agree with something to understand something. But also, y'all call her Juan's roommate. You want to know why? Because she told you.
Hello.
It's like, the thing about it is like, it can't be both. She can't give y'all information and then say, why are you giving us more information? For y'all to make fun of her?
Right.
Why you think Karen don't talk about herself? She goes, look over there. Let's talk about Robin. I'm like, Karen, if you say your marriage is an institution, why are you going after people's relationships? You know, the thing that you say Giselle does. Baby, you do it too.
If it's an institution, it's Enron.
Okay.
That's all I can guess.
It's the loony bin. It's the sing with a conjugal visit rule.
Sure, Al.
Anybody can conjugally visit you, Grand Dom. They could like ring your Grand Dom bell because Ray can barely make it upstairs, so he ain't knocking out those walls, allegedly. Right. It did take him a long time to get up them steps. I'm like, look here, give him some ginkgo biloba, give him half a blue pill. I don't know.
Give him one of them, I call them the superstar chairs. Give him one of them chairs that go up. You just sit down and it take you right up the stairs. I'm gonna have one of them in my house when I get a chair.
Like, hold up, be like the Silver Bullet, the movie The Silver Bullet, where he said like going upstairs. I'm like, so first of all, how y'all got all this money to get this thing to go up the steps, but then your drunk ass brother got to make him a new wheelchair? What the hell?
Right.
What is going on? So Kendrick, what are you're in a society like I am. I'm in Dixon District. I don't know. My contract is coming up. I gotta decide if I want to renew it.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts about the things?
So I have lots of thoughts because it's really weird that of all directions this conversation could have went online, the reason why I've barely been on social media is because it's people constantly saying that Karen is vindicated. And I'm like, are we talking about the same? Like, what are we talking about right now? Because I thought we were addressing the TikTok, not the stupid shit that Karen's. I thought we all knew that was a joke that she's talking about on the show. Like, what are we talking? The drawing and like none of that was serious. Okay, the mug shot they drew, Law and Order, the picture they put up, none of that. So it's weird to me that this is the direction that this is taking, and if that's what she chose to address, then it makes sense to me it would be on the podcast because one, they're done filming, and then two, it just came out now, and y'all want to bring up everything else. So like what y'all choose to bring up is what we're going to talk about on the show. Correct. That's the case with everybody. Look, you can't blame her if her team is better at it than your team. Like right. We're on teams, okay? So you know how it is. You can't blame her if y'all didn't get all the tea ahead of time, because had y'all brought it up, they would have had to discuss it, but that wasn't the case. So I don't get that anger. I think that I'm ready to see the reunion. I'm ready to see what all gets addressed. I'm ready to see, I don't know. I'm ready for it to wrap up. It was been a great season. I'm ready for it to be kind of over now because we're doing a lot online, and I cannot have this in Jersey airing at the same time because that's gonna be too much for me to handle, and I'm not gonna handle it.
It's like
I'm not.
Yeah, reunion me please at this point.
Yeah,
because based on what Candace said, the person that's going to be in the hot seat is Mia at this reunion, because we're going to reunion really should be recapping what happened on the show.
Yes,
I do not blame Chris Bassett for going. When it comes to this, it didn't happen on the show, but Chris Bassett going, are y'all fucking kidding me? He's the one who should be upset. Candace should be the one upset because I swear y'all made this shit up because y'all didn't want to talk about this. Like, the thing about it is, we had no idea this was out here, so I can understand the frustration. I'm like, wait a minute, Giselle knew this. If this was Wendy, she would have brought this shit up.
Yep.
If this is happening, well, she kind of did. Like, it was like whispers. And the thing about it is, let's be very clear. This started like right before the season 6 reunion. Started by allegedly a online blog that's friends with the bird lady. This started at the reunion. So it's like, yeah, she had no problem dragging other people because this was also allegedly the blog that wanted to call CPS on Bronwyn.
Oh,
and said she was going to.
I know who you. Okay, yep.
I'm like, it's not okay. It's not cool. Also, you're not in California,
right? Because I want to know what came of that call.
It was like, why would you do something like that?
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, it can't be like, girl, it's out there, we need to talk about it. I think what leans to Giselle not talking about it with her friend Robert is because this necessarily did not hit the blogs before season 7. It didn't.
Right.
So it's kind of like, oh, okay. When she said I was waiting for somebody to bring it up, she was waiting for Karen to bring it up. But Karen brought out some weird ass story about he wanted me and then he pushed me so much my breast went to my back. Ma'am, shut up.
And what y'all should be excited about is this is great season 8 material. So just count your blessings.
So the whispers have been like, who need to come back? Let me just say this. Robin would be a phenomenal friend of.
You think she's gonna get knocked down?
I wouldn't blame her if she chooses to, but
okay.
It seems like in the friends of, that's if they will from full time to friend of, that's Bravo's decision because it happened with Tamra, with Vicky, with Jackie. Friend of is their choice. I don't think they can go like, I don't have no problem. They may be able to leave and come back as friend of, like Cynthia is allegedly for Atlanta.
Right.
So we need to cut down this cast. This is who needs to stay. Candace, Wendy, out of the Ashley, and Giselle. Now, the reason I'm saying Giselle is because she is a face of the franchise. You got to keep her, unfortunately. If you keep Giselle, that means Robin can be a friend of. If you just keep Karen, that is a mistake. She is nobody's friend on that show because now we're seeing the cracks with her and Mia. So I'm like, she's nobody's friend. So it's like, and that's by design because I'm like, sometimes you got to have boundaries with people you work with. And I can see why you have boundaries with these folks. So it's like, if you keep...
I also didn't watch that spinoff, so I don't think Karen can
a lot of people didn't.
Right. Sure. We saw the numbers. So yeah,
we saw the numbers, and it was like nobody was really talking about it. I'm like, we love the Grand Dame. Why the fuck y'all ain't watched that 2-part special?
Right.
Not even spin off a 2-part special. If you keep Giselle, you can make Robin friend of. If you keep Ashley, you can make Robin friend of. See how that works? Robin can be friend of. She'd be a great friend of. If you make Karen friend of, that's fine. Because I would say, and this is wild of me to say, you can keep Mia. Karen can be friend of to Mia. Even though they're not friends.
I think that I personally think, I think all 7 should come back. I think this is a good cast. I'm not bored with it yet. I think that a lot of people before yesterday, then of course their whole opinion about everything they've seen this season just changed, but everyone was absolutely going up, loving this season before that. So I think that the cast has it like to make TV. I think that we're really starting to get like some deep rooted kind of BS between people too. So like, I don't know if there is a relationship that can be built again, if there are ones that, I'm interested to see what happens with Mia and Wendy since they seem to like each other now, but we know that probably won't last too long. I'm interested in all of that. If of course, Karen, I can always do with or without. I'm not a Ladom. I'm not, because I've been watching from the beginning. So like, I've always kind of lean to one side more so than the other one. But if all 7 get invited back, I'm more than fine with that. But if Karen is back, they need to have Sharice back because this is the most activated we've seen Karen in God knows how long. So she needs Sharice to push her button so she can actually be there.
Let me tell you. So shout out to my buddy Amber that said, and this was last week, she's like, what you said happened is going to happen. Because I said this last season. What we are seeing is that y'all are carving out a road for Sharice to come back. She is friends with Giselle, Robin, Candace, and Ashley, and her and Karen don't fuck with each other. So if Sharice come back, she gonna knock her off her rocker, and that's exactly what she did to her. It's like, girl, Karen, you look crazy as hell yelling. Just say you don't like her and be like, girl, grand dames don't have to lie.
Right.
I wish the hell I would lie. Like, why you don't like Sharice? Because I fucking don't. Anyway, pass me the potatoes. Girl, I ain't having a conversation with you. I will not get off my chariot to throw tomatoes,
with you, sweetheart.
And that is how you should have paid it. But Karen did not. I'm like, Karen, that's the thing. She's like, oh, we cool, we fine. No, we're not, Karen. Just be honest. That's the thing. It's like that whole like Robin all of a sudden calling her fake. No, she didn't. She's been calling her fake since literally season 1.
Right. Came to a head during season 3. We've seen this for the longest.
And she was like, me.
But y'all tuned in for the fight, so y'all don't know the history of this show. Sorry.
Exactly. You need to go back to season 2 and see that whole when Sharice and Giselle were at odds. Robin came over to Karen's house. She's like, this is the first time I've ever been just me and Karen by ourselves. They were not friends. They were both, well, Robin was friends with Charisse. Karen was friendly with Charisse.
Right.
Karen was friends with Charisse's friend, Paul Wharton. That's how she got on the show. Paul Wharton is the reason why he's there. You're welcome. Thank you, Paul. Who is a lovely person, by the way. Paul Wharton is just a wonderful person, and he's beautiful and he smells good.
Yes, you've met him. He's nice.
He's very nice, and he's tall. I love it. He is so funny. He is funny.
Good.
But I've also met Charisse. She is very nice. So it's like
that's what I hear all the time too.
It's like she's very nice. So the thing about it is, when she came over there, they were playing pool, and Robin was just like, "I'm not picking a side." It's like, because what Giselle had did to her, she's like, that was all up here. That was so wrong. Then when they were at tea, where Monique was rapping, Karen decided to go, yeah, because this is what Robin said. Robin said, this is like, Robin, you need to pick a side. Where does your loyalty lie? It was like, I ain't never have no conversation with you, because you right of the group. To then fast forward and tell Monique and Candace that I can't pick a side, and then tell Mia and Wendy I gotta be neutral. Bitch, where does your loyalty lie?
Yeah.
I was like, that's all. Like, why y'all giving Karen all of this? This is how I'm like, this is bad. Why do I know all of this? I'm like, this is why I couldn't go like Candace is the worst person on the show. She got into everybody. Nope, that was Ashley. She's gotten into it with every single person, past and present, full-time housewife on this show.
Yep.
Every single one of them.
Yep.
You will not find one that she has not gotten into it with. She has gotten cool with a lot of them, but her and Giselle were on opposite ends of the messy spectrum. Then they got cool and all of a sudden started working together.
There we go.
See how that worked. But y'all, I feel like, again, so it was so funny. I was on with Taria. Someone said, where did part one of your thing, Taria? It's on my show. I feel like we're doing part one and part two. This is not part one and part two.
Yes.
Because Kendrick is coming back. Because, the reunion's coming. Love and Marriage DC, which, baby.
We about to talk about it.
Baby. Yes. I am a snowflake. I know that.
Yes.
I don't do teams. It's very situational because I'm an old lady. I'm in my 40s now.
You like the nuance.
I like the nuance. I'm like, I can like you in a situation. I can't be like, I hate this person, but they got a point. Girl, I'm too old for this shit. Right. But let me just tell you, the ladies on Love and Marriage DC, I like them. I like Ashley. I love Arena. I'm like, can you adopt me? Forget little Jamie. Can you adopt me? And give me an extra $100 a week because I'm working. Yes. And Jamie on Twitter he is so damn funny. He retired. Yes. Girl, get out of here. It's like, y'all in trouble. Jamie ain't got no job. He had a job before. Oh, hell.
He ready.
Like, let me tell you something. And I love winter. And I will say, hottest of takes, this is a whole different show, season 2. It feels like an actual ensemble.
When you brought a bird lady, I was gonna ask you. So this show is way better now, right? I'm just saying it feels different. But you know what? We'll talk about it on my podcast. But those Carlos King shows, they use that season 1 to rope you in, but then they figure it out, and then they get you hooked with that.
Like, damn it! Now I gotta complete this show.
Yep.
That's why I have a 75 episode last season of Huntsville, and I watched all 75 episodes.
Right. It's exactly why season 1 of Bell Collective was great, but season 2 was everything I needed.
I wish that reunion was.
Oh. You ain't like the Maury drama of it all.
I love my bells. Ring-a-ling, ling-a-ling. I love my girls. I love them. I love all of them. I wanted more at that reunion. I needed another part. Because I need Marie to dig in some ass.
Yeah.
I love Marie. I need her to dig in some ashes.
Yeah.
Because that lady who don't want to have no babies getting on my nerves. I'm like,
They started the reunion off playing Marie because they said that she looked like a black George Washington, I think, and they put that side by side. I said,
I'm like, y'all gotta leave my girl Marie alone. That is my boo thing. You gonna leave Marie alone.
Oh, I can't.
I'm like, that's it. I also want some bells, okay? It's like, I'm like, I do. But y'all, before we get out of here, of course, Kendrick, thank you for being here.
Of course.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't see. He is in his backdrop with his glasses. I said, bitch.
Yes.
Come
Look,
on.
I had to go and do my treatment before I came over. I had to wash my face, my milk wash, and then I had to do my serum. I said, let me protect the eyes, honey. Yes.
Skin routine.
You
But
know
please tell everybody how they can follow you, your show, buy you a cup of coffee, like talk about your big time ass. Go ahead, shoot your shit.
Oh, first of all, thank you for having me. You know, I love being here. Y'all, Stephanie will be on my show. I think by the time y'all hear this, she will have already been on mine. So go over to my show, Reality and Comics 2. We're going to talk about a couple of things, okay, including Love and Marriage, not Huntsville, child, DC. It's gonna be a good time because we got some things to talk about, okay? Follow me, find me on there, Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeart. Either search Kendrick Tucker or search Reality and Comics 2. Buy me a coffee at www.buymeacoffee.com/realitycomics, the number 2, because they said my name was too damn long. Follow me on Instagram at Reality Comics 2. That's TOO. Come for the podcast, stay for the ridiculous memes. Thank you, Stephanie.
Yes, if y'all are not following him on Instagram, y'all are missing out. Because I'll be like, Kendrick, please leave me alone. My soul needs to stay in my body. It can't. When you be like, I'm like, damn it, he got new memes today. God damn it. Between you and your memes and Taria's videos, I'm like, ma'am, leave me the hell alone.
Yes.
Leave me alone. Okay. But y'all, this has been a Mocha Men's podcast. I will be back. Bye.
By them laughing over Black Americans.
I know why they say that, because I've been in them rooms when they saying that. Mm-hmm. When I kick it with Black people and they're like, all white people are racist. I know why you're saying that. All the while, I have the privilege and luxury of not having generational trauma because my parents were born in Nigeria. So then my method is removing some of the sting because I don't have that sting and trying to deliver a message in a manner that people can receive it. Primarily white people.
Okay. Let me tell you why what you just said offends me.
Okay.
All right. First of all, there are a couple of things. I grew up South Baton Rouge, Louisiana. All my classmates were white. I was in the gifted program. All of my classmates were white from the beginning. McKinley High School, gifted program, McKinley High, 80% black school, gifted program, all white, Vans in the class with them, Vans playing basketball and sports and everything else with the black kids. Mama from South Baton Rouge, all of that. I understand the being pulled between two worlds. I understand the having the insight into two worlds. You saying that you don't have generational trauma and you didn't mean it this way, but the reason, and it's, I have to name it, you saying that you don't have any generational trauma in some way meaning, or that in some way meaning that your delivery method to white people is going to be either more effective or more sanitized is, to me, dangerous. And let me tell you why. Everybody that you just named and what you're talking about does what they do in different ways. I don't think that any of the things that they do are necessarily harmful. But what I could say is a black man, a prominent one, acting as an emotional butler for white people and serving them the most milquetoast, unspicy, unseasoned brand of racial discourse and accountability possible could definitely be harmful. Because of what it does, I saw episodes where you were on there with Matthew McConaughey, and Matthew McConaughey out and out said, when will Black Lives Matter end? He goes, well, when is it going to be time for it to be over? But that's an outrageous question to ask at the time that he's sitting down with you. And it's an outrageous question to posit when we're going to be able to say all lives matter after everyone just watched George Floyd get his head blown off. I watched you also sit down with the police.
Did you say my response?
In the conversation with the police that I watched you have, there was nothing tangible that addressed the systemic issues of policing that lead to unfair and deadly outcomes all over the country. It was about whether or not the police liked black people, whether or not they were nice to black people, And even as I wrote it down, the police are human too. Emmanuel, who gives a fuck? Like, we're fighting for our lives. And to me, having a conversation like that at that particular time, it's not that it's a different method. Everybody has a different method. Is that it's the wrong method, is that it gives cover for a lot of the issues that you're supposed to be discussing. Roger Goodell's on the show. I watched the whole interview with Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell is talking about Colin Kaepernick in the past tense. Colin Kaepernick right now is fighting to get back in the NFL. If the NFL cared about Colin Kaepernick or what was going on in his life, Roger Goodell could be an agent of change now. You get the opportunity to talk to him. And the fact that he's speaking about a man like that in the past tense is just simply never broached. And when I'm watching it, I know that you have the best of intentions. You're a good guy. My question is, what the fuck is the point of all of this? Is it to make them feel better about all of these things that are going on? Like, for what? Like, why? Like, why are you talking to someone and there's zero call to action? It's just, now I'm going to go be a better person. It just don't work that way.
Is this rhetorical or is it actually a question to be answered?